Hi, exciting day. Today we get to install the farmhouse laundry tub and sink for the laundry room. It is custom made and designed, so this is part 3 of the installation series. So in part 2, be sure to check it out before you take a look at this one. The last step that we did was to glue the stock tank on top of the support table. So we had it flipped up at the end of that part, but I went ahead and flipped it over, and I put some cinder blocks in here. Each of these cinder blocks weighs somewhere around 50 pounds. And the idea there was to just provide better contact between the tub and the support table. So we let it sit overnight so the glue is nice and hardened up, and we're ready to go for installation. So we had to get around one of the legs for the drain, and so in order to work around that, we were coming out of the wall with a 2-inch piece of PVC, and then we're going to have to elbow around the leg. And so I'm going to make those cuts right now, and then I'll show you how we're going to put that together. So like I said, I have to get around this leg, and to do that I'm using some elbows. And I've had to cut these pieces to go in between the elbows, like so. And then right now I'm just dry fitting it to make sure that everything works as it should and measures up well. Then after that, we're going from a 2-inch system to 1.5 inches for the drain. And in order to do that, you have to use this adapter, and that will go in there. And then the next step is to put that in there, and then this will eventually go in here like so, and that'll get screwed on there, and this will then go under this pipe right here that will go inside of here like so, and then there will be compression fitting on that as well. So obviously I need to make some more cuts because these are far too long, but then we'll measure that up and make those cuts, and then we'll put it all together, again dry fitting it before gluing it up. I have the pieces now pretty well put together. These are all compression fittings, and so we need to make sure that these rubber gaskets are put on there and then compressed with threads. Then the next part will all need to be glued up, and so I'm going to go ahead and pull that apart and do that now. When we glue these together, first you use a cleaner primer, and this is purple, and you want to make sure that you cover any flooring or anything, because if this purple gets on something, it does not come off. And then once that's primed, then we can put the clear PVC cement on there and then compress the pieces together, and then it will glue up pretty quickly. When you are installing this, make sure that it is always running downhill. The water will be running out of the drain downhill, because if it has to go uphill, obviously it's going to pool and not drain properly. So you can twist it and give it a little grade going downhill. We went ahead and got this all glued up, and then these fittings are all set. So I just have this last one, and that'll give you an idea of what we did here. This is a pretty complicated drain situation because we had to work around this leg. In most situations, they're not going to be that complicated. Now for the moment of truth. I don't see any leaks and it's draining, so that's great. Thank you for joining us for this 3-part series in the design, build, and installation of this farmhouse laundry sink. I hope you'll join us for our next project. I'm not sure exactly what that will be, but I'm sure we'll learn a lot together. So don't forget to subscribe and like us. Thank you.